Hey everybody, it's JT here from the No Code Founders community. You may have seen me posting some videos recently where I've been going through different no code tools, showcasing the different features they have. I've been posting one of these videos once a week. This week I'm taking a little break from that and I wanted to share something a little different today. So we've just been sponsored by a new company for 2023. They're called Meep. They are an agency and they use no code tools to launch startups in a lean and efficient way. But one of the things that they're just about to launch is called the Launch Academy, and they've partnered with us to help in the promotion of this. I personally think it's a really great program from what I've seen of it and gone through the different aspects of the schedule. I think it's a really good option for anyone who's looking to go to market in a serious way and build a scalable business. So No Code Founders aren't actually part of the program ourselves, so I'm not directly affiliated in that way. But I'm just going to go through it and showcase some of the different features and tell you a bit more about what's involved in it. So let's take a look at what's included. So it runs from August to December. It's a 5-month program. You're supported that entire time. You have workshops, sessions, one-to-one sessions every week. But by the end of that, you will have an app which you will have developed yourself, so you understand how it works. It will be fully tested and you'll have a go-to-market strategy. So it's ultimately making you far more likely to succeed because you'll have an app which is ready for market and which you have proven out and you've built with using the different frameworks that they're providing. We'll dive more into this in a second though. So from a high level, here's what's included. You have 16 workshops with industry leaders. This crosses all different sectors. There's sales, you've got design, UX, development. There's specialists in their industry. And the value of that alone is a lot in terms of how much that would cost if you were to meet these experts face-to-face or attend individual workshops. It would be far more expensive. Then you have weekly accountability sessions. So one of the big reasons people join No Code Founders is for accountability from other founders and other people who are trying to build something. So to have that accountability built in, I think is a really good thing. And then you have the weekly office hours and working sessions with experts. So you are building the app yourself. So instead of an agency building it for you, you're building it yourself, but you're getting support through that entire process. So building it yourself means that when you do go to market and you don't have the agency on hand anymore, you'll understand how the app works. You'll be able to fix things yourself. It's much easier to scale it or to add things in, resolve problems for customers, etc. So I think that's a really good thing. The office hours, the idea behind that is that you have a weekly session so that any issues that you have with the building process, you're easily able to get unstuck. So you're not having to go to forums or you're not having to go to the support teams and ask them what the problems are. You're able to get unstuck very quickly with expert developers. The cost, let's look at that. So $7,500 if you're paying monthly, so it's 5 months at $1,500 a month, or you can pay $7,000 up front. So you might think that that is expensive, but I'll go into the breakdown of why you're getting a lot of value for that. So just as an example that they've provided here, their typical client would be a $30,000 value. And in terms of no-code agencies that are out there, if you're asking them to build a minimum viable product for you, you're probably looking at an absolute minimum of 5K and then more likely to be 10K or 15K based on feature set for something that's very simple. And I've seen it go all the way up to 100K for startups. So and the advantage, as I say, is that you will have built the app yourself, so you'll understand fully how it works. All right, so let's dive deeper into the actual program schedule. So here's what to expect. So the workshops are broken down into basically 5 phases, one for each month. So the first month you're working on the strategy, second month is design and preparation, the third month is where you actually start building, The fourth month is testing and launching, or preparation for testing and launching. And then the fifth month is launching itself. And then you have the office hours and the community group sessions throughout all of that. But let's look at the full schedule. So firstly, the workshops are 3-hour interactive educational sessions with one of the experts. So let me just go through some of the experts that are included actually. So as well as the program directors, you've got someone who does launch strategy, UX strategy and design, no-code development, sales mastery, marketing strategy, operations and business strategy, partnerships, and then there's a think tank as well. So that's the workshops. Then the group sessions are 1-hour group meetings with your cohort members. And then this is the actual breakdown of the monthly phases. So the first phase, I won't go into all of these things in depth, but I'll just go through each one quickly. So the first month is strategy. So you're kicking off, you're determining vision and mission, looking at what success looks like and how you're going to track that. Coaching begins, and then you've got user story mapping and launch planning. So that's all done in that first month. The second month is UX strategy. You do logo and style guide. So you will also get a professionally designed logo as part of this, which, you know, a professionally designed logo can be $2,000 easily. And also a font set and color schemes for the branding. So all of that is established right at this beginning phase, month 2. You've got UX design workshop, collaborative website design, no-code workshop, and then development best practices so that you're learning how to build in the most efficient way that's going to allow you to scale the business. All right, month 3 is the actual development process. So you're looking at pricing in the financial model, learning best practices for that. You have a brainstorming session with the think tank. You do data architecture, understanding how to structure the databases and the company's data architecture. So if you've been in the no-code space for any time at all, you will see that one of the main concerns that comes up a lot with people when they're building a business with no-code is wondering how scalable it's going to be, and if they're going to have to transition over to code at some time later, how is that going to work? Are they going to be able to move their systems and all these questions? So understanding how scalable the no-code data architecture is right from the beginning and setting those things up so that you are able to scale to the size that you want to be able to is very key. So that's just my personal thoughts on that one. Then launch implementation workshop. So this is your go-to-market strategy, testing, and then human-centered coaching. And then the 4th month is development and testing. So tracking engagement, developing tools and strategies for tracking that engagement and building out the plan, product testing, so learning the best practices for testing the user journey. And that's absolutely essential in understanding that or establishing that the business is going to be viable and making sure that you're taking the right route. Customer success workshop, and then collaborative work time you have as well. And then launch party. Finally, the launch month, which is the final month, you're doing developing and testing with the Meep engineers more. You're doing traction and engagement metrics to understand how effective the launch process is being. And then product roadmap, so that's looking to the future, understanding what to focus on, what not to focus on. And then you're graduating. So ultimately, by going through the entire process, you will have established a strategy, established an understanding of what your business is, and then mapped out what that's going to look like for the future. You've then set up the systems using no-code tools that are going to allow you to scale and build on that vision. And then you're actually doing the development process. you're testing it, and then you're launching with your go-to-market strategy. So by the end of it, you should have a fully fledged business, which hopefully has a much higher chance of success, because you've gone through this process, but you've also had the experience of these valuable mentors in all the different areas, as well as building alongside other ambitious founders. So this is the program. We're not, as I say, no-code founders are not actually involved in this program at all, but we are partnering and promoting it. We think it's a really good route to market for people who are looking to build scalable businesses. If you want to join, there are only a few days left to do that, but you can go to meep.io/launch-academy. And I've personally spoken to Ali Reitz, who is the program coordinator, and she is incredibly helpful, and she'll be hands-on through the entire course process, and she'll be guiding you through that entire thing. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to her as well. All right, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.